I'm not one who usually makes these kinds of videos. I usually leave that to the other people, and sometimes to you guys, my audience, when you guys want to make these videos trying to, blow off steam and get angry about something stupid that something is doing, such as, of course, if it's something that Google did, or if it's something Facebook did, if it's something some stupid moron athlete did, it doesn't matter. I usually leave this to you guys because I like to hear your opinions on the matter. I have to get involved in this situation now because I am now enraged by what's going on with YouTube and Google. The copyright issues, I knew they were going to get blown out of the water. There was no way that they were going to survive and win that without realizing that their entire profit margin would jump ship. Not only YouTube, but the companies that produce the content. They're like, hey, you can't post that. But the more you post it, the more likely someone is to go to the store and buy your product. Like if it's a video game, for example. Like, that's one of the things that's always bugged me about video game companies being against Let's Plays. I mean, wouldn't you want the free publicity? I mean, I know I would. If one of you guys blatantly stole one of my videos for your own thing, I honestly wouldn't care. I mean, yeah, I would obviously be pissed for a little bit, but you know what? It's free. I call it free publicity. Unless you're calling it that's yourself, that's when we have a problem. But if you're just walking around saying you like my channel and you wanted to share one of my videos, I'm all for it. Go right ahead. The same should be said for the people who make the video games, like Nintendo, like Square, like, almost said Atari, no, what was that? What am I thinking of? Like, what's the group that made The Sims? I don't remember. Oh, Maxis. Yeah, that's right. And you got Activision, you've got Microsoft, all these types of companies that make video games, and you'd really think that they would want the free publicity. I know a lot of the companies do. Like, Square is one of the biggest ones because, they've had a lot of money problems recently since they've sunk so much money into the remake of Final Fantasy VII. They got Final Fantasy 15 coming out soon, and of course Kingdom Hearts 3. But they don't care. They love the free publicity, as do a lot of other ones. A couple of companies don't, obviously. And you would think that they would want the free publicity. Not particularly, but hey, they've definitely calmed down a bit. Like, I remember a lot of people getting flagged for videos by companies they didn't even know existed, but were claiming it on behalf of, say, Nintendo, of, say, something along those lines. But that's not what this video is about today. Because, honestly, if I wanted to make an entire video based off of that, I would have already. I actually have a bit of a explosive rant to make today about their new advertiser-friendly motif that they're running now. In case you guys don't know what this is, it is blatant, and I mean blatant, social justice warrioring the entire freaking YouTube. I mean, they've created new rules for channels whether or not they can make money off their things if they do not match what YouTube considers quality advertising. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, one of the big ones was you can't promote sexuality, you can't promote sex, you can't promote anything explicit like that. The problem is what they say in their excuse is very vague. That means it's open to interpretation of whoever is the one in charge. So someone like PewDiePie, who makes sex jokes more often than some people change socks, he would get hit. He would get hit by this. Obviously, anybody who makes a sex joke, anything, anywhere that could be remotely considered, anyone who makes a 69 joke would probably get hit with this. It's stupid, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. It gets worse with all the things that they're selling. The second big thing was no violence. YouTube will not promote your channel if you promote violence. Really? Because last time I checked, I'm pretty sure the WWE is a pretty big and lucrative channel on their site. Are you really going to go at war with the WWE? I don't think they care. They promote their violence like they wear it. They wear it on their shirts, for Christ's sake. You'd think it's like, oh my god, we can't show violence. Why? Why not? Everything in our childhood shows violence. I mean, I'm looking at my Disney videos right now. I'm trying to think of one of them on my shelf right now that did not have a single moment of violence. Rescuers? No. Sword in the Stone? No. Robin Hood? Peter Pan? Dalmatians? Rescuers Down Under? Lady and the Tramp? Great Mouse Detective? All violence. Alice in Wonderland? Dumbo? Fox and the Hound? Sleeping Beauty? Cinderella? Bambi? Snow White? Jungle Book? Little Mermaid? Fantasia? Pinocchio? Beauty and the Beast? Aladdin? Lion King? All of them have violence in them. What are you going to do? You're going to take all those down? It's absolutely stupid. Like, you're going to take down violence. So, okay. You're going to take down violence and sex. Okay. Then what the fuck else is there? Oh, speaking of the word fuck, they don't like profanity on YouTube now. So, think about all the major YouTubers you know. Do you know any of them that do their Let's Plays without even dropping a single swear word? I can't think of one. I distinctly remember PewDiePie, Chugga Conroy, Proton John, Sly Fox, Nintendo Capri Sun, myself. I know for a fact I have a dirty mouth. I'll admit that. No Let's Player is out there that's gonna Let's Play like a fucking Quaker. It's absolutely ridiculous that they think they can get away with this. You can't curse. You can't promote violence. You can't promote sexual content or sexuality or anything along the lines, like even sex jokes. You'd think, with those three things taken down, that that's the worst it can possibly get. Nope. They continue to sink lower. The newest one and the biggest one, I know I'm missing one of the other 5 things, but the biggest one, the one that absolutely enraged me, was political events and channels that promote quote-unquote controversial subjects. Again, the vagueness is obvious in this one. Anything that they deem is controversial, they won't let you get money for. They may even pull your video for that. Let's see how controversy can change things. Let's jump back 10 years ago. If this content was available, if this law was on YouTube 10 years ago, you know what would have happened? Anybody who promotes a pro-LGBT or pro-gay marriage, pro-anything, that's considered a controversial subject. So, the video would get pulled, obviously. Let's jump back, how about 15 years ago? What if someone is critical of the United States getting involved in the wars overseas in the Middle East? That would have been a controversial subject. They would have pulled that immediately. I can keep going back, but I think you get the point. Hell, you know what? No, I do have to make one more. Let's jump back, 52, 53, 54 years ago, around there. 50 to 55 years ago. What was big at that point? The Civil Rights Movement. If someone posted a video about the Civil Rights Movement back then on a YouTube channel, it would get pulled because it's a controversial subject. And this is the social justice warrior aspect. This is why I get so mad at this bullshit. Social justice warriors, despite the nobility of what they want to do, they want to make things better, they're going about it the wrong way. Always going after the stupidest parts of society instead of going after the main problems. This is what YouTube is doing. They couldn't win the fight for copywriting, so they're going to now go after you for something else, because what they deem is law. That's what they say. However, when you're violating people's free speech, like it or not, YouTube is an American business. Therefore, it has to follow American laws. If someone decides, gee, I don't know, maybe I want to promote a video about opposing something that Hillary Clinton said, fine, he has the right to do that. You can't pull that because it's a controversial subject or it's something that doesn't match your viewpoint. But that's the problem. Everybody out there wants to believe that their viewpoint is the number one and no one can do anything wrong for them because they're the good guy automatically. That's not how the world works. That is definitely not how the world works. I gotta be honest with you guys, this really bugged me when I saw Mr. Enter's video about it last night. It's absolutely mind-numbing that YouTube thinks they can do this. This has been an absolutely devastating year for them. When it came to all the bills they tried to pass, the fact that they're endorsing the TPP for this, and now they want to pull this stuff, they're running out of options. And they're actually going to start alienating more and more people by the day. I have seen so many people who are now more than willing. They have basically a foot in the door. They want to go and leave. And you know what? I don't blame them. Unfortunately, there is not a major competitor to YouTube right now. The only major video sharing anything out there, and I say major, I know there are a bunch of smaller ones, but the only major one out there is Dailymotion. And, well, there's also Twitch, but again, a lot of people don't have the capacity to stream everything they do live, so they can't just say, oh, let's do that. But Dailymotion is all you have right now. However, I am giving this warning to YouTube right now. There is something in the works. Everyone has been talking about it. There is going to be a rival to you coming. And when it does, you can bet a good portion of your clientele and your audiences are going to move to it. They don't like you. They already don't like you. There is little to nothing you can do to appease the people you are sending away. I am giving you this warning not because I care about about the money you're making. I care about the fact that this was an important this is an important site for the history of the internet. This is an important fight for people who want to fight for their freedom to do what they will on the internet. Granted, not everybody uses that freedom appropriately, such as pirates who pirate videos and songs and all that. But also, the companies and YouTube itself does not have the right to shut down million subscriber plus videos, 1,000 subscriber plus content because it either has a fraction of something, they thought they heard something, or it's something they don't approve. I've seen videos flagged for the dumbest reasons, and I don't understand why. This is something that they need to improve pronto, because the minute that this new thing jumps up, this new site, I am jumping ship. I don't care what happens, because this is absolutely insulting that they're doing this. Absolutely insulting to the intelligence of a normal human being. That's how insulting this is. I see people who are trying to make livings here, doing things that make them happy, make them feel good, and a lot of people are having success with it. People who make how-to videos, people who show collections videos, people who make let's plays, make their own special videos. Like, I've seen people make movies on YouTube, not just 10-minute videos. I'm talking 90-minute movies they make. This is people's creativity, because not everyone can get their movies out in Hollywood. Instead, they can get them here. They can't show what their opinion is about something anywhere. You know what they can? They can do it on YouTube. They can do it on Google. They can do it on Facebook. They can do it on Twitter. They can do it everywhere. But they're not going to let this happen. And this is when competition jumps up. Competition is healthy for everything. That means that there is dozens of other options, so you won't have to always pick one option. You can always go for another. If you want a slightly better option, if you want a slightly lesser option, if you want to stick with the option you've been sticking with. There's nothing wrong with that. What there is wrong with this situation is when these corporations think that they can jeopardize and take away people's rights because they don't like what they're saying. And some people are going to say YouTube is YouTube is a privately owned company, so they can do whatever they want. I'm pretty sure the internet is not privately owned. I'm pretty sure if you want exclusive access to the internet, then you would have to pay through the nose to do it. And you wouldn't give anyone the option to upload their own content. You would create your own content and you would try to sell it to the people. But guess what? It's not easy. No one is having a great ton of success. Sure, there are people with million-plus subscribers, but they're still out there doing other things. They have other sites to work on. They have merchandising. They have all these other things that they're working on. Not everyone is qualified or cut out to do what they do. And YouTube thinks that, oh, well, everything that you upload is ours automatically, and we're just going to give you little tidbits here. Well, that's not good enough. That's not good enough for anyone. And you know what? I am honestly sick of it. So, you guys, I'm giving you a fair warning. The minute a new YouTube comes up, unless YouTube has changed, unless YouTube completely Ebenezer Scrooges us and flips the script, the minute a new, much more user and audience friendly site pops up, I am jumping ship. And I recommend you all do the same.